Who is best Bowser? For as long as I can remember, there's been a debate among Mario fans of who is the best Bowser. So today, what I did is I took 38 of the best Bowsers and put them in a tier list. I'm gonna rank them all today and make sure you know who is the best Bowser. Starting up with number 1, we have Super Slugger Bowser. He hits dingers for days.
Dingers.
He's from Mario Super Sluggers, one of my favorite games from my childhood. So this Bowser, although he's an amazing Bowser, must go into B tier. Next up on our list, we have Guy Fieri Bowser.
Wow, that's good.
First off, this Bowser has pants. This Bowser enjoys diners, drive-ins, and dines. This Bowser is the mayor of Flavor Town. And of course, he enjoys all type of Mushroom Kingdom cuisine. The Guy Fieri Bowser is a candidate for the A tier of Bowsers. Bowser on phone Bowser. He may be reading the news. He may be watching this video right now. He's subscribing to the channel. And of course, he's a harmless Bowser. Pretty good Bowser if you ask me. Solid candidate for a B tier Bowser. Up next, we have Bowser from the movie Surf's Up. He's riding an absolute wave. He's defying all laws of gravity by being a turtle that surfs. We've seen penguins surf. We've seen chickens surf. But we have never seen a giant turtle surf. For defying the laws of gravity, Surf's Up Bowser is an A tier Bowser. The next Bowser we have is Dry Bowser. Everybody knows Dry Bowser. He's a very famous Bowser. He has bones. He's a big money Bowser, usually a boss fight. He's all fire and bones, but he is not in Smash. B tier Bowser. Next up, we have one of the best Bowsers to grace the face of Bowsers. Doug Bowser, CEO of Nintendo of America. Doug Bowser is not Reggie, but he's a great CEO. We love Doug Bowser. Doug Bowser is a really cool dude with a fine and dandy smile, as you can see in this picture. A guy that I would do business with. A man that would probably be watching this and think, where does his Bowser rank on the Bowser tier list? I will say this, friends. Doug Bowser is our first S tier Bowser. You may be asking, we have our first S tier Bowser. What could absolutely top this Bowser? And let me tell you this, it's Doug Bowser, but it's Doug Bowser disguised as Reggie Fils-Aimé.
Now, I think you guys know me. I normally don't like giving up the stage.
My body is ready to move Doug Bowser disguised in Reggie Fils-Aimé's body S tier above Doug Bowser. Bowser and Reggie. Now we have to think. We have 2 S tier Bowsers in a row. What Bowser is the next Bowser? And that is Super Mario Galaxy T-posing Bowser. This Bowser right here is asserting his dominance in a T-pose. In Super Mario Galaxy, one of the best games of all time. Is he an S tier Bowser? I have to say no. But he is an A tier Bowser for asserting his dominance. Next up, we have a new challenger to the Bowser tier list of Bowsers. Big Fire Bowser. He's big, he has fire, and he's scary. Honestly, there's not much to Big Fire Bowser, and that's why I will say he's our first rendition of Bowser into C tier. A tried and true classic Bowser comes up next with Mario Kart Bowser. This Bowser has a blue shell. He's a turtle that can drive a car. If you ask me, Mario Kart Bowser is a very simple Bowser, and simple Bowsers belong in B tier. Next up, we do not have Bowsette, but we have Bowser's Inside Story Bowser. I love this, and Mario and Luigi are actually inside of Bowser. I will have to say, this is our next rendition of Bowser into C tier. Next up on our list is the original Bowser, and this Bowser, there's nothing much to him. He's a bunch of pixels. This goes into a D tier Bowser. Here we go. I know you've all seen Miami Vice Bowser, and this is one of the most polarizing Bowsers on our entire list. This Bowser is originally from the canceled game GTA Bowser's Vice Mushroom Kingdom. He's a pink and blue Bowser, and this is one of the only GTA projects that has never seen the light of day. This beautiful Bowser is not S tier, but yet not D tier. He also is not an average looking Bowser. When I look at this tier list right here, he's not better than anybody in B tier, nor C tier. I do think Miami Vice Bowser has to be relegated into the bottom of D tier. Bye bye Bowser. Bowser Jr. We all know this Bowser. Bowser Jr. Kid Bowser, nothing much to it. He's the junior to the senior. We know Bowser Jr. likes to paint with his paintbrush. Bowser Jr. is a big fan of knitting. And again, he is the son of Bowser. B tier Bowser. Bowser's Big Bean Burrito.
Bowser's Big Bean Burrito.
One of the best levels in all of Super Mario Maker. I do not hold the world record on Bowser's Big Bean Burrito, but it is Bowser's Big Bean Burrito. And with this Big Bean Burrito comes with a new Bowser on our tier list. This burrito may not be a Bowser. So the question is, where does this Big Bean Burrito go on our tier list? Because I do like myself a burrito. I don't know how that got an S tier, so I'm just gonna Just gonna move that down. I'll start from the bottom of the tier list. No burrito in this world will fall under D tier, nor C tier, nor the B tier. So it leaves us with S and A tier. Anyways, we have Bowser's Big Bean Burrito. I do think Guy Fieri Bowser would like a burrito, but I don't think Bowser's Big Bean Burrito deserves an S tier burrito. I do think if it was a Chipotle burrito, it would be an S tier burrito, but I do think Bowser's Big Bean Burrito falls into A tier. Next up, we have a Bowser Amiibo. Toy Bowser has very little functionality because Amiibos don't really do much, so I will say this is our next rendition into C tier of Bowser's. Cat Bowser. Bowser is a cat and a Sparky Boom in mouth.
It's Sparky Boom Man!
S tier Bowser. Next up, we have one of my favorite Bowsers in Dad Bowser. He's responsible. He works a 9 to 5 in the Mushroom Kingdom finance department after his nefarious schemes did not go well and he had to support his son. Also, I do feel like this Bowser will talk to you for a few hours about Bitcoin and NFTs on any given day. I have to look at this tier list and think to myself, where does Dad Bowser go because he's supporting Bowser Jr.? And this dad of a Bowser must go on the top of A tier. Next up, we have another hardworking Bowser in Dr. Bowser. We have a little theme here of hardworking Bowsers. This Bowser right here will cure cancer, COVID-19, and more. He's a caring and loving Bowser to his patients, and he is Princess Peach's gynecologist. The thing is, being Princess Peach's gynecologist is a very, very large role in the Mushroom Kingdom, and for this reason, S tier Bowser. I mean, this is Lego Bowser. It's not really a real Bowser. Bottom of D tier. Off-brand Bowser plush, it's ugly, bottom of C tier. Waluigi Bowser, I don't know where I found this. Waluigi's not in Smash Bros. D tier Bowser. Wholesome Bowser, great dad to Bowser Jr. He's a caring and loving Bowser. It's a comfortable B tier Bowser. Super Mario 64 Bowser. Who thought this character model was a good idea? This is one of the worst looking Bowsers on the entire tier list, but it's from Super Mario 64, so that does give it the benefit of the doubt. So I will say top of C tier Bowser. Now, the moment you have all been waiting for is the Super Smash Bros. Bowsers, ranked from Melee to Smash Ultimate. This is one of the parts I've been looking forward to the most as I am a Super Smash Bros. Player myself and a proud Bowser main. Up B out of shield, one of the best moves in all of Smash Ultimate. The character who is not the best character in the game is Melee Bowser, usually called one of the worst Smash characters of all time, and does not give a good name to the Bowser community. C tier. Next up, we have Super Smash Bros. Brawl Bowser. He's decent, not that great of a character, but he is in Subspace Emissary, so I will have to say, Brawl Bowser, one spot higher on the tier list than Melee Bowser. Smash 4 Bowser, this man's pivot grab was incredible. It is not an A tier Bowser by any means, but he sits comfortably in B tier for this tier list. Now for the pride of all Bowsers out there. My man, absolutely broken up B out of shield, and one of the best characters in the game. We have Smash Ultimate Bowser. See, this character has taught me every single fundamental and degenerate option that Smash Bros has to offer. You don't use your brain while playing this character, you use your instincts. Up B out of shield and side B command grab at frame 6. This character is absolutely broken, and I mean broken. So where does Ultimate Bowser sit on this Bowser tier list? Can he dethrone Reggie and Doug Bowser for his absolute amazing gameplay? It takes an absolute genius to play this character at a top level. Ultimate Bowser, I will say, he has earned the top of S tier on this tier list. Smash Ultimate Bowser has a special place in my heart and dethrones Reggie on this tier list because of his absolutely broken gameplay. Broken. Speaking of absolutely broken, we have Leon, the best Bowser in the world, busted, and he's wearing a Bowser onesie. Leon ends up on the top of A tier. Next up, we have one of the next Bowser mains representing the Bowser community from Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, which is Mewtwo King. I played with him once. Good guy. Taught me a lot about Smash Bros. And he is a Bowser. One of, if not the best Smash players of all time. He is a Bowser main in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, and having a player of his caliber picking up Bowser, that means Bowser is busted. But the question is, where does Mewtwo King land on this tier list? Leon is a better Bowser than Mewtwo King. Mewtwo King is not as good as a surfing Bowser, nor Dry Bones Bowser, but he is better than Bowser Jr. Mewtwo King, B tier Bowser. Up next, we have Wedding Bowser. Out of context, this Bowser is finally happy and content in life. He has finally found the love of his life, and he'll live out his days happily ever after. For everything I've said here, bottom of A tier Bowser. Tennis Bowsers, this Bowser hits missiles. He is in the middle of C tier. Small head Bowser, he has a small head, he's a D tier Bowser. Giga Bowser, he's a big boy. He is not small head Bowser, B tier Bowser. Soccer Bowser bends it like Beckham. Bowser is thick. And for that, Soccer Bowser, A tier Bowser. Up next, we have Dry Bowser plush. Absolutely gives me nightmares. It's awful. Is a bottom of D tier Bowser. And next, the one and only, the Koopaling gang. They're Bowser Jr. They're not really Bowser Jr. by any means. They're a D tier Bowser. Not much to them. And I think this right here is the Bowser of all Bowser tier lists. I do think this tier list is complete. It has absolutely no corrections that could be made. Guys, let me know what you think of this Bowser tier list, and let me know in the comments who the best Bowser is. Anyways, go like, subscribe to the channel. Let me know. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bowser absolutely broke it. Talk to you guys later.